Hey guys, we are going to be working on practice sheet 17. So let's start with number 1. Hopefully we are getting to be professionals at this. We just have to make sure we're really careful with our integers. So I see my x's on the left side. I have a minus 30 and a divide by negative 2. So I need to get rid of both of those. So to get rid of minus 30, I do plus 30 plus 30. Okay, we do that so this goes away, and I'm still left with this. I'm going to put it next to my line. Okay, over here I have negative 20 plus 30. These are arrows, or you can look at this. Difference, subtract, and they get 10. And it's positive because it's more to the right. Okay. So my next step is I am going to have to get rid of divide. So in order to get rid of divide, we have to multiply. I have to multiply exactly by what I see here. I see a divide by negative 2, so I'm going to multiply by negative 2. Multiply by negative 2. Before I go any further, remember, when you multiply or divide by a negative, you have to flip that symbol. That's something I could have done at the very beginning because I see here that I'm going to be multiplying by a negative. So flip that symbol, okay? Now, your job is to finish this up here, and I want you to graph it. Don't forget whether you have opened or closed that, and then shade. Okay, so the next problem is convert using dimensional analysis. So make sure you have your formula chart. Okay, this one is a little trickier. So remember, we start with what we're given. 330, I'm going way over here to the left. Millimeters, put your units over minutes. Okay, I want millimeters to go to meters and minutes to go to hours. It does not matter the order. Okay, so let's put times line for every time I do a conversion. So I look at my formula chart. I want to go from millimeters to meters. But my formula chart does not have millimeters to meters. It has millimeters to centimeters and then centimeters to meters. So I have to go millimeters to centimeters. Then I would go centimeters to meters. Look at your formula chart and make sure that makes sense to you. Millimeters to centimeters. 1 centimeter is 10 millimeters according to the formula chart. And then 100 centimeters is equal to 1 meter. So remember, every time we do a conversion, we do cross, cross. This is a double. Cross, 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 cross. Millimeters, centimeters. Okay? So now I have meters, so I'm halfway there. So now I need hours. So let's look back at my table here. I see minutes down. I don't want minutes. So I put minutes up. And I put hours down. How many minutes are in an hour? That's easy. We have 60 minutes in 1 hour. Every time I complete a conversion, cross, cross. Okay? So now I have meters per hour, meters per hour. That's what I want. Now I remember, hopefully you remember, that we want to make sure if we have special relationships that we find them. For instance, I have a 0 and a 0, top and bottom, 0 and 0. Oh, and I have another one, 0 and 0. Okay? So your job is to finish this up. You're going to do 33 times 1 times 1 times 6. Put that on top. Then 10 times 1 times 1, which is 10, right? Then you're going to have to divide that. Guys, I would just, when you divide, just move that decimal 1 place to the left. Okay, so last one. What is a one-word Definition for direct variation. Well, that's our mini quiz, right? Direct variation means proportional. We have to make sure that we know that, okay? So let's quickly look at number 5. It says Shay bought 9 1/6 pounds of meat for her chili cook-off. Of that amount, she decided to freeze 1 1/2 pounds for another day. So I assume she bought too much, so she's going to keep some for later. The rest she used for her chili recipe. So how much meat did she use for the chili? So she bought this much. She decided not to use it all. She saved some. She saved 1 1/2. So hopefully, guys, you know that means you are subtracting. Okay? When I subtract or add, we do an LCD, and we find our multiples of our denominators, 2 and 6. 2, 4, 6. Oh, I can stop. I don't have to go any further because there it is. Okay? So let's put a 6 down, right? So this one, guys, this isn't going to change, right? This is already 6, so that stays a 1 on top. This one, however, 2 changed. So 2 times 3 gives me 6. 1 times 3 is 3, okay? Now, when we go to subtract, guys, please don't subtract forwards and backwards. You can't do 9 minus 1 and then do 3 minus 1. You can't do that. I'm all going in this direction, okay? So I can't do 1 minus 3, so I have to regroup. The 9, I'm borrowing from it, and it becomes an 8. I borrow that 8, and it becomes 6 pieces, right? So instead, I already have 1 piece, right? And now 6. So the total of that would be 7 pieces. I hope you remember this, okay? Minus 1 and 3, 6. Your job is to subtract this, guys, and I will let you know that you do need to simplify.